Shit, I was trying to make a play. I was wide open. I see 3 defenders right there out from the cross field. I ain't feeling behind me. Simple as that.
What from your first start with Shedeur, how can you guys build on that as an offense?
We just got to keep doing what we've been doing in practice, get consistent reps.
Before I tweet, why is Garbage Jeudy yelling at Shedeur about throwing him the ball? You decided not to go for that ball. We didn't forget that you was frolicking with the fairies last week, gang. You lucky you got the ball in the first place. They saying he's mad about this. The ball being overthrown. Gang, you don't even stretch out your body to catch the ball. You don't put your hands out. You jogging. You ain't even attempt to grab it. I know high schoolers that would have dove for that. Nigga, Google says that you're not even in the top 30, bruh. You're a low.
This flips the whole script on what people thought they knew about Jerry Jeudy. He finally opened his mouth, and the target of his heat is Shedeur Sanders. And trust me, nobody in the league had this on their bingo card. The tension, the shade, the sudden honesty, it's all flying around like a QB dodging a full-speed blitz. Jerry didn't just speak. He launched something that feels like a straight-up verbal Hail Mary, and the locker room energy might explode any minute now. Jerry Jeudy walked into that moment with his jaw clenched so hard it looked like it was fighting for its life. The type of jaw you see when someone's trying not to admit they're getting outshined. This wasn't that casual shrug like, Mr. Root, whatever. This was the look of a dude thinking, I see this rookie stealing my shine and I'm not loving it. Post-game pressers are supposed to be a show, some swagger, a little personality, maybe even a joke tossed in for good measure.
Talk over the certain plays and, be on the right page.
Jerry, how beneficial were that first week of practices with him, and how much more can you guys kind of expand on that relationship and that connection?
My bad, you're low. I can't hear you.
Just the first week of preparation with Shedeur, obviously, how do you sort of build on that with the second week here coming up for the 49ers game? The relationship that you have with him and the chemistry you guys are trying to build.
Oh, yeah, just keep working on that chemistry. Just keep building. Just keep speaking on what I see out there, what he see out there, and just do what the coaches ask.
Disrespecting your QB because you don't want to go for it. Steven Smith was right about you. You average. You're not even diving. You didn't even attempt to get to the ball, bro. And you over here snapping, yelling like you the main man to save the day. When Dylan Gabriel was throwing you 3-yard passes and interceptions, where was this crying? Where was all this snapping? You was nowhere to be found. Last week when you was playing with the Pixies, well, who fault was that? Go back to frolicking with the fairies.
But Jerry showed up ice cold. Colder than a snowman chilling in January. All anybody had to do was take one look at him. No words needed. Every stat line, every touchdown, every highlight clip from the whole year suddenly felt like background noise because something way bigger was going on. Shedeur Sanders touched down in Cleveland, and Jerry didn't look thrilled about who the new main attraction was. And this wasn't frustration from a sloppy game. This wasn't that we lost, but I'll smile for the cameras anyway frustration. This was his ego taking hits in real time, and the whole room could feel it. When reporters asked him about working with Shedeur, Jerry wasn't giving his usual breakdowns, talking timing, routes, reading defenses. Nope, not today. Instead, he dropped short replies, no expression, zero energy. The place didn't feel like a press conference. It felt like you walked straight into a freezer section at the store. But this cold wasn't from AC. This chill was coming straight from Jerry's whole vibe. And then the wildest part, in the middle of a play, Jerry literally hops, like he's doing some halftime performance audition instead of trying to cash in on a scoring lane. 2 defenders in front of him, open path to glory, and he decides to move like he's modeling on a runway instead of locking in. That split second cost him everything. Jeremy Chin came flying into the play like he popped out of nowhere, punched the ball loose like a wrestling surprise move, and poof, the moment disappeared.
Okay. Jeudy and right. Shedeur. And at first, Shedeur was sitting down, and then Shedeur stood up. So I don't, like I said, I was just always cautious, knowing you couldn't hide it because there's fans that's going to be able to see it, especially on your side. and then the camera's going to pick it up as you start to get animated and you start to do stuff like this.
Okay, I understand.
And so,
That's the quarterback and receiver talk now. You know how that go. And sometimes it gets animated like that, and we've seen that. Well, you know how people will take it. They act like they've never seen that a day in their life, with a quarterback and a receiver.
Right.
Performance, Shedeur left a lot of points on the board. Hard to grade Shedeur because the Cleveland Browns are treating Shedeur like a limited quarterback. Whether he's limited or not, it's too hard to grade him. All we saw today was screens. We saw easy over routes. We saw dominant, going back to the run, going back to the run, going back to the run. So it's not as though the Browns are even allowing Shedeur Sanders to really open up the playbook. We don't even really know if Shedeur Sanders can eat because we're not seeing him have the ability to go out there and try to eat. So
the chance to be the hero turned into instant embarrassment right there on the field. After the game, Jerry tried the classics. I didn't see him, then followed with, I was cutting inside, and wrapped it with, I just do my job. And sure, fans and analysts nodded along like they bought it, but anyone who really understands football saw exactly what happened. That wasn't some freak defensive miracle. That wasn't bad luck. That was a veteran struggling with the reality that someone younger, faster, and honestly way more exciting had pulled up and made him look like yesterday's headline. And the press conferences made it all even more obvious. Normally, Jerry Jeudy loves breaking down plays and talking through every little route detail like it's his specialty. Plus, he usually hypes up his teammates without hesitation. But on this day, he came with one-word answers, cold energy, and a look so distant you could practically hear his thoughts screaming, "This wasn't supposed to be my storyline." Every time his eyes landed on Shedeur Sanders, it was like another reminder that the offense had suddenly found a new favorite, and Jerry wasn't ready to slide into anybody's second place.
Honestly, it's up to Shedeur. The reporters are going to ask whatever they can ask and see what they can get out of him. It's his job to be able to answer those questions correctly and be politically correct. Obviously, take up for his coach and not throw his coach under the bus. And that's pretty much it. So he's well versed in that area, and he's really polished, especially when it comes to talking to the media. He might not answer the questions like a Tom Brady, or Drew Brees or Peyton Manning.
We doing this. We not doing this, Jeudy. Hey, Jeudy, we not gonna do this, dog. Hey, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. We ain't doing this. What you mad about? An overthrow? That's damn sure when the overthrow you want running. Run faster, dog. Not respecting it, dog. I'm not respecting it. Even if it was an overthrow, no, you don't talk to your quarterback like that, dog. Y'all get on the same page, dog. But look at this, man. I'm not going for this, dog. That ball look catchable. Run a little faster or die before I put your body on the line. I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it, dog. Look at this, man.
Or a C+. He took a couple bad sacks, like some awful sacks. Remember, with the game on the line, it was already probably out of hand. I think it was like 4th and 26. Just give your guy a chance. He just runs for like 5 yards and slides and just kind of gives up the game. Game was over, obviously, at that point, so it's not like I'm being hypercritical. But the Browns aren't opening the playbook up enough for Shedeur. But, James, I'm going to give him a C+. Where you at?
C+ ain't bad. I'm going to give him a B. And the main reason why I'm going to give him a B is, number one, the game don't look too big for him. It already looks like it's slowed down for Shedeur. And what I mean by that is he's picking up all the protections. It's not like people are just running free after he got the starting job.
Let's slow it down for a second, because this isn't some tiny overreaction to one bad game. Jerry has been through straight quarterback chaos all season. Dylan Gabriel, just okay. Joe Flacco, smart but slow. All veteran vibes. And then out of nowhere, Shedeur Sanders shows up with confidence that hits the room like a spotlight. Quick decisions, fearless deep shots, and an instant spark that flipped the whole offense like someone hit a switch. Every target Jerry thought was guaranteed. Every touchdown he believed he had locked in. Now all of it is drifting toward the rookie. Shedeur's fast, accurate, and bold, and Jerry is stuck in that uncomfortable middle ground between I'm still the star and what if this kid is actually better than me? And the press conference exposes all of this in high definition.
2-8 loss to the San Francisco 49ers. So much drama in this game, during the game and after the game. But I want to talk a little bit about Shedeur Sanders, what is next for him, and the heated exchange that he had during the football game with Jerry Jeudy. It was caught by the CBS cameras. Those two guys going over something, a play on the Microsoft Surface, and just kind of arguing about it a little bit. Ethan Posich steered Jerry Jeudy away. Two guys definitely were not on the same page about what they were discussing. And then afterwards, Shedeur talked about the fact that it's going to take some time to develop trust between those two to develop timing, chemistry, and for them to get on the same page and see things through the same lens. And it's almost seemed like he was capturing what happened during the game, even though he wasn't.
Hey, the wind was out there blowing, though. Obviously, the ball gonna be just a little overthrown, though. I don't know if you want to mess up his stats or what, but I know this you. I know this you, Jeudy, the same person that make mistakes as well. So what are you getting mad over an overthrow and making a whole scene over a damn overthrow? Just get on the same darn page. I don't know if that's how y'all communicate, get on the same page. But come on, dog. I mean, hey, dog, I could be wrong. The ball probably wasn't catchable. But I'm just saying, dog, from the film that I'm seeing.
I did not expect Shedeur Sanders to win this game against the 49ers. Like, I did not expect him to win it all. All we care about is him starting. That's it. That's it. Of course, we want him to win, but right now, you know what I'm saying, they still got to get together. You know, the team still got to practice more together with a new quarterback and all that, you know. But, I mean, I'm not expecting him to win right away, especially against, you know, better teams like the 49ers. Like, yeah, they wasn't going to win that game. They wasn't going to win that game either.
Jerry trying to play it cool, but his ego is shaking behind the scenes. He tries acknowledging Shedeur, but only enough so he doesn't look threatened, even though everybody can tell he is. Think back to that Las Vegas moment. Shedeur drops a perfect ball right into Jerry's hands. That could have been a viral clip, a stadium-wide cheer, a moment where Jerry takes charge and shows he's still a leader who can guide a rookie. But instead, he hesitates, thinking about style instead of securing the play, and in that tiny pause, everything collapses. The ball hits the ground, fumble, turnover, rookie shines, veteran shrinks, and fans, analysts, everybody watching, they saw it instantly. This wasn't about timing, this wasn't about confusion, this was pure ego, pure insecurity, pure, I was supposed to be the main attraction, energy leaking everywhere like a movie scene gone wrong. The storyline around Jerry shifted overnight, and he's clearly uncomfortable with the new script. Now let's bring the numbers into the room for a second. 32 catches, 395 yards, 1 touchdown, and then that brutal fumble, that blown moment, and a rookie quarterback who could have lifted him higher ends up becoming the one stealing all the attention instead. Jerry's probably thinking, I've had a whole crew of quarterbacks who couldn't get it done, and now this kid makes it look easy. Compare this to his usual pressers. Normally he's lively, breaking down routes like a scientist, giving props to teammates, showing he's a leader with real spark. But this time, when reporters brought up Shedeur, Jerry gave quiet replies, barely any emotion, barely any volume. You could feel the tension through the screen. This was a veteran fighting the realization that a kid with barely any reps just became the engine of the entire offense. Jerry needs Shedeur to succeed, but he's scared that if Shedeur blows up, Jerry himself might fade into the background. Deep down, he knows the truth, and that truth is eating at him. And here's the part that really seals it. This isn't just about what happens on the field. The interviews, the body language, the way he responds to every question about the rookie, all of it points to the same thing. Jerry Jeudy is jealous. Deep, heavy, soul-level jealous. Shedeur's rise is exposing every crack in Jerry's confidence, and every reporter question is another reminder of the career Jerry could have had. It's not just the rookie's talent, it's the shifting spotlight. The shine moved, and Jerry isn't ready to play the supporting role, but if Shedeur keeps balling out, Jerry has only 2 options left: step into the mentor lane or slowly fade from the main stage. That's the tension right there. The energy that makes every one of Jerry Jeudy's pressers feel awkward, stiff, and low-key tough to watch. And even with all that heat around him, there's still a little spark of hope buried in there, because deep down, Jerry isn't a bad player at all. He's a pro who knows how to run clean routes, make tough catches, and get into the end zone when he locks in. All he needs is a mindset reset. Support Shedeur Sanders, stop letting ego call the plays in his head, and get back to basics with calm execution. If he does that, the highlight reels aren't gone forever. They're just waiting for him to step up again. But as long as he's hopping around in the middle of the field like he's chasing style points instead of wins, the rookie is going to keep owning the story while Jerry keeps coming off like the guy who almost had everything until Sanders walked in with fresh momentum. That moment on Sunday against Las Vegas, the fumble everyone keeps replaying, might be the most revealing sequence of Jerry's whole season. Forget the score, forget the stat sheets. That one play showed hesitation, overthinking, and insecurity all wrapped into a single scene that could have been legendary, but instead became a caution sign for his career. Fans saw it, analysts saw it, his teammates saw it, and you better believe the entire NFL caught it too. And Jerry definitely sees it, probably every night when he replays film and realizes he can't control the talent Shedeur brings to the table. He actually needs Shedeur to shine for his own comeback story to work, but he isn't fully ready to accept that reality just yet. That's why the pressers feel tense, why the jaw stays tight, and why the on-field moments swing between flashes of brilliance and head-shaking mistakes. Because nothing screams future legend like a rookie taking command while a veteran tries to decide whether he's supposed to mentor or quietly sit with his frustration. And nothing says keep watching this saga unfold like Jerry's jaw clenched tight as the Browns playbook while he's realizing Shedeur Sanders' rise is the real headline of the season. Now here's where it gets even messier. In the middle of Jerry's silent ego battles, Shedeur isn't just improving, he's blowing the roof off the place with his play. Every throw sparks electricity, every completion makes the crowd react, and each smooth read makes Jerry look like the former prom favorite in school who suddenly realized the new transfer just walked in with the crown already on. Shedeur isn't just running the offense, he's rewriting Jerry's whole role right in front of everyone. Sanders moves quicker than a rumor online, reads defenses like he's been doing this for years, and hits passes with timing so clean it makes analysts whisper things like, "Wait, did he really just do that?" Meanwhile, Jerry is over there thinking about whether that little hop he did looked cool and wondering why nobody is applauding him for simply catching the ball without dropping it. And here's the wild twist. The thing Jerry fears most is actually the one thing that could rescue his entire season. Shedeur's success is the lifeline he's been waiting on, even if he doesn't want to admit it out loud. Look at Jerry's numbers before Shedeur stepped in. They weren't exactly blowing up the scoreboard. His season felt frozen, quiet, and easy to overlook. But with Sanders behind center, Jerry suddenly has a chance to catch deep balls again, stack yards, and remind everybody why he was drafted with high expectations in the first place. But here's the catch. Jerry actually has to embrace that role, and right now, he's struggling in a big way. This is classic sports psychology. He needs Shedeur to be good enough to elevate the offense, but not too good, because he doesn't want the rookie to completely outshine him. He wants Sanders to glow, but only at a level that still leaves room for Jerry to stand in the spotlight too. And that's the exact tension you see in every press conference. The short answers, the cold tone, the stiff posture, the vibe that makes people lean closer because the real story isn't coming from his words, it's coming from what he's trying not to say. Jerry's playing chess with his emotions while the rest of the league watches, and the whole situation looks like a veteran realizing the game might be shifting faster than he expected. And that's the nightmare for a veteran who thought he was the king on this whole chessboard. Every clean throw Shedeur drops is a reminder to Jerry that the future already walked in the door, and it might not have his name stamped on it anymore. And once you factor in the locker room vibes, it gets even heavier. You can picture the whispers bouncing around. Did you see Jerry's face? He looked like he wanted to throw the ball himself just to prove he still mattered. And then the wild part, people saying he almost caused a turnover just to make the rookie look bad. That's the kind of drama that writes itself. Reporters keep it professional, sure, but players catch it instantly. Analysts break it down frame by frame, and fans eat it up because this is human nature mixed with adrenaline, pride, and a multi-million-dollar career on the line. Now imagine Sunday's game in slow motion. Shedeur rolling out with smooth mechanics, zero hesitation, looking like he's been doing this for years. Jerry breaking down the sideline wide open, perfect timing, perfect placement, and then that hop. And instead of celebrating a huge play, all anybody can talk about is that hop, the fumble, and the expression on Jerry's face afterward, like a man realizing the story of the season has moved on without him. And here's the part that makes this whole NFL drama so wild. Jerry's only real path back to being relevant runs straight through the same rookie he's jealous of. Shedeur has to shine for Jerry to get those big opportunities again. Every touchdown, every deep ball, every perfect throw is a new chance for Jerry to step back into the spotlight. But it requires something he's struggling with: patience, maturity, and putting ego on the shelf. Sunday showed those traits aren't exactly overflowing right now. So while the stat sheet shows a simple fumble, the real story is the mental battle happening in the mind of a veteran who suddenly realizes that his seat at the table comes with wobbly legs. Nobody expected this. Nobody saw this rookie stepping in with swagger, a strong arm, veteran-level reads, and timing that looks handcrafted. And definitely nobody expected a veteran like Jerry to be the one crumbling under the pressure instead of rising to it. But here we are, Jerry's jaw locked tight, Shedeur thriving like he's been here for years, the entire Browns offense looking reborn, fans buzzing, and analysts scrambling for new explanations. One thing is clear, this saga is nowhere near finished, so pay attention when the next game kicks off. Watch every glance between them, every pause, every moment Jerry interacts with Shedeur. Watch the rookie throw lasers like he's playing on instinct alone. Watch the tension that never gets spoken out loud, the tiny signals in the body language, the quiet fight between ego and opportunity. Because in the NFL, it's not just about who racks up the most catches, it's about who adjusts when the spotlight shifts. And right now, Jerry Jeudy has a whole lot of adjusting to do. If you're locked into this story and want more breakdowns, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss a single twist in this wild season.